Hey there, Kari Lane with AfterBuzz TV, and I'm here with a couple voice actresses from the new Sword Art Online, Alicization. Why don't you introduce yourself and what character do you play?
Hi, I'm Michelle Marie and I play Fizo. She appears in episode 15, I believe, and she doesn't have a very big part, but she stabs Kirito, so...
Oh, okay, nice.
I'm Kayli Mills and I play Alice. We get to see a couple sides of Alice throughout the series, so it's been a real awesome journey so far.
What is it like to become voice actors on this epic series? I mean, they're on the third season now. It has a pretty big fandom. What is it like being part of this show?
Well, actually, I'm really excited because I remember when season 1 came out and I was actually a fan of it and I was watching it. And so to be a part of it is like kind of surreal, and I actually can't believe it. And just being able to be a part of that with Kayli, and Brandon is my roommate. He plays Yu-Gi-Oh! And so just to be a part of the same show with my friends is like a real dream come true. So it really means a lot to me.
So I don't know, Yu-Gi-Oh! And an Integral Night being in the same space, is there some conflict?
We're actually really good friends, but this is going to sound really weird, but when I found out that I was Fizo, I was secretly hoping that I would stab Brandon because he's my roommate. Yeah.
That's cool.
No such luck.
Yeah. No such luck.
And then how does it feel for you to be part of this epic series?
Same as Michelle, like I started out as a fan, and actually 2 years ago I did some additional voices for the Ordinal Scale movie, so I would have never guessed that a year later I would be voicing like one of the main characters in the new arc of SAO, so that's been really crazy. Brandon actually also used to be my roommate, so we both Alice and Yu-Gi-Oh! Together.
That's how you get into SAO, is be Brandon's roommate, apparently.
Well, actually, speaking of getting into it, and you're saying this is, you know, a big project for kind of a first to join for you. How do you get into it, or what would something you recommend to aspiring voice actors out there?
Well, I'm sure this advice has been given a lot, but definitely take acting classes, join a community theater. You can even do singing, dancing, anything in the arts, just so that you feel comfortable on stage and working with other people, and have a chance to work on improv, because acting, there is a script, but there's a lot of times where improv is very necessary. So that's a good way to start.
Such as the blooper reel.
Everything she said. Also, I moved around a lot when I was just getting into acting, like around middle school age, and because of that I wasn't really able to stick with a theater troupe, so that's part of why voice acting was something I really wanted to do. And I found so many like online like forums and stuff that we actually kind of met on like 12 years ago now. And a big one's the Voice Acting Club, which is run by Kira Buckland, and she's amazing, and she just has all these resources for actors, whether you're a new actor or an experienced actor, and casting calls. So yeah, that's definitely a really great place to start.
Now, what is something you identify with your character, and what's something that you're like, nope, not like me?
Well, I really like how she's really energetic and kind of cheeky, and she kind of seems innocent at first, but then she's like actually kind of deadly, and so I kind of like that concept, because it's kind of like an opposite thing, so that's just really like interesting to me. I don't like that she stabs people. I know I keep saying that, but there's like, you know, not really much else that she does in her short
that's kind of an important thing, yeah.
But she seems to really have a good relationship with her sister, so that's something I really like, being close to family.
Cool. And what about you?
So Alice kind of has two parts, or there are really two different Alices essentially. Yeah. So for young Alice, I feel like she comes off at first, you're like, oh, it's just a sweet little girl, but she's actually like super cheeky and like mischievous, and I love that. And then with Night Alice, she's really confident, which I really love, but she also ends up facing like, oh, how do I deserve to be like in this body, and all of these things that she goes through internally, just thinking like, oh, do I deserve to be here, which I think is like something a lot of us go through, including me. So yeah, I identify with that a lot. Her overly insane confidence and like just being ultra scary, that's something, I don't know if I should say I wish I could be like that, but I'm definitely not.
What is one of your favorite lines you did, and can you do that in your character's voice?
I think my favorite one is when I introduce myself, and I'm like, I am Fizo, Synthesis 29.
Awesome.
I think it's when young Alice is talking to Yu-Gi-Oh! And they're messing around, and she's like,
Be careful, or I'll tell old man Garita to add some more swings to your daily quota.
It's like adorably vicious. And that one too. Also, what is something you would tell fans who have not been able to see season 3 yet? What would you say to be like, yes, you need to see this show?
Well, the art style is like super high quality. Like, it was really good to begin with, but I guess like they made sure it was really beautiful this time because every scene is gorgeous. Like, there's several scenes where they're climbing the tower and there's stained glass in the background. It's gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And when the fighting is happening, the cut scenes and just the animation, it's super beautiful. And then the fact that there's a whole bunch of new characters, it's kind of fun to go along the ride to be introduced to different characters. And so, yeah.
Yeah, I think they did a really fantastic job of making the underworld seem like an incredibly, like its own space, different from the real world. And like Kirito going through, like almost being reset and going through his entire life in the simulation again, and like how he deals with not having like, you know, the overpower that he had originally, and getting to see, you know, another male character have the spotlight for a while too. And Yu-Gi-Oh is just such a good character. Like, he's a good boy. So yeah, I really enjoyed his journey.
And is there anything you'd like to promote that you have coming up, and where can people find you online?
We are actually in another game called Crystar. It's coming out on August 27th for PS4 and Steam. So I'm really excited to be in that with Kayli. You can find me on Twitter at Michelle Marie. It's MARIVA. And I'm also on YouTube as Amory, so you can check me out there.
Yeah, I have quite a few things coming out, and really looking forward to the second half of SAO too. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Kayli Mills, and there should be links to like my YouTube as well. We both do English covers of Japanese songs and music stuff as well. So if you're into that, please check it out.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, well, thank you for watching. I'm Kari Lane with AfterBuzz TV.